Hello. Oh, bit of sun. Welcome to the Becoming Natalie Dance for an Authentically Me series. I am coming to you from Ibiza, and I wanted to do a video actually. I haven't done a Becoming Natalie Dance for an Authentically Me video for a very, very long time. And I thought it would be really quite apt actually. I've just recorded a YouTube video, but to stay here, because that big, beautiful rock there is called Esvedra. And it's a feminine, holistic feminine rock. And I thought from a spirituality perspective, it would just be absolutely beautiful to share this experience with you guys as I talk to you about what's been going on with me for a while. And actually, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to entitle this one actually, but I think it's going to be something along the lines of I'm a failure, which is quite funny actually. So I my connection on this is actually through my phone, so I better pick my phone up. I apologize, guys, if the sun kind of takes my face away a little bit. But like I said, I wanted to come here. I haven't been here actually for about 9 months. And yeah, I just think it's the most beautiful. It's just stunning. You know, there's parts of Ibiza that people don't see. They think it's all party, and it's not. But the party bit's fun. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the importance really, I guess it's my journey to healing and you know, and I was saying on my Be Love group program yesterday on one of the sessions that, you know, I'm 47 years old, you guys. And it's only been the last few years that I've really been able to get to know me through my healing practices. And so I've not been in a rush to kind of meet somebody or to be in a relationship with anybody. And I've been absolutely fine with that. Absolutely fine with that, you know, and my life has just got better and better and better. And it doesn't mean that's because I'm not in a relationship. It just means because I found myself, you know, I've healed and I consistently work on my healing practices. Sorry if the shore gets a little bit too, the waves crash and get a little bit too loud, first world problems and all that. But I feel so free in my mind. I feel so happy. I feel so just, you know, I do. I'm building up an incredible group of friends. I've got my incredible business, incredible clients to work with. I get to bring my business to places like this. My Ibiza. I landed the other day and I was like, I literally cannot cope. I was so excited. It's like a kid at Christmas. That's how I feel. I do have a very childlike kind of mentality when it comes to life and fun and adventure and playfulness. And I think it's a beautiful, beautiful trait to have. And I just get very excited about life and about living. And it's something that I never had. I never used to feel that way. It was always kind of the doldrums. And even though I had this within me, there was always like there was always something dark, some drama going on. And you know, and I over the last 4 years, I've got rid of all the drama, you guys. So yeah, I've got rid of all the drama, you guys, and I can't tell you the peace in my life. It's just incredible. And you know, I've got beautiful, self-loving friends, like normal people now in my life. I call them normal. I shouldn't say normal, but that's what it feels like to me, like how I should have always been treated. You know, people including me in things, people treating me with the utmost of respect. And it's just I pinch myself every day for this life that I've created. And no, it wasn't easy and it was hard. And it wasn't easy to let go of certain people either because I respected them a lot, but I knew I wasn't being respected. It's time to say bye-bye. And it's like, you know, once I did get rid of all the drama from my life, everything just got better and better and better. And it didn't happen overnight, you know, because I think what happens is as well, it's like you're so used to drama that you don't actually realize it's there. It's like a natural state of play. It was for me anyway. And But yeah, the drama's gone. I've got beautiful, self-loving friends, you guys, and they're so kind and so loving. And I know that's a reflection of all the work that I've done on myself. And I'm so proud. And these are the reasons why I will never give up. Never, 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 never give up. So over the last 4 years, I've fallen in love with myself to a degree that I never thought was possible. My confidence is through the roof. I accept every ounce of myself, my body, everything, which was very difficult for me to do all those years ago. And I forgive, let everybody go with forgiveness, because that's keeping my power. And I work on myself every day. I have a globally successful multi-six-figure business. I have incredible clients that I meet all over the world, and I get to travel with my business. I have, you know, my new Stormzy Warmzy. So I have Stormzy, my Stormtrooper, my Range Rover, you know, and it's not about kind of the material things, but, you know, it was always the dream. I make my dreams come true. When I wish upon a star, my dreams do come true. And yeah, and it's been so nice. It's like I said, like the first 4 years, it's all been about me. And me like finding who I am and what makes me tick and what makes me happy and what doesn't. And it's, you know, yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, that's for sure. I don't regret a second of it. And then on the odd occasion, you bump into people, and then everyone would say that this is everyone as you pushed out. But sometimes it's not everyone as you pushed out. Sometimes it's actually a fucking test from the universe. And the odd person, the odd client, not now, but like, you know, last year, they were, oh yeah, so you're in the same boat as me. So you failed too. And I had somebody say this to my face, had a client say this to me. It's like, well, what do you mean I failed? I'm thinking my life's amazing. Why have I failed? Oh, because I'm not in a relationship. Ah, so you think because I'm not in a relationship, I'm a failure. Okay, well, I then got to realize that through their desperation, and a couple of people that said this to me when I was out for dinner once, um, through their desperation and their need and the way that they viewed themselves, it was their projection. It was absolutely nothing to do with me. And I actually felt really sorry for them. I did. I felt really, really sorry for them that they felt like that their success in life was based on whether they were in a relationship or not. And so, yeah, so I was classed as a failure. Can you believe that, you guys? Completely turned my life around, fallen in love with myself, done all of my healing, receiving more money than I've ever received in my entire life. I get to travel the world with my business. I've got beautiful things. I get to travel first class with my business. You know, life just seems to get better and better and better. I've got the most kindest, most beautiful friendship group. Um, I love myself. But apparently, yeah, apparently that's not enough. Apparently I'm a failure, but I'm not. It's their projection. So I beg the question, really, you guys. Do you think you're a failure because you're not in a relationship? Do you think you're a failure because you haven't made a relationship work yet? Do you think you're a failure because you're not quite at that level that you want to be yet? Do you think you're a failure because you don't earn that amount of money yet? Do you? You see, when you're looking for something outside of you to make you feel whole and complete, you're always going to be looking for something outside of you to make you feel whole and complete, and nothing's ever going to be enough. That's why I focus on my healing practices every day. That's why I do what I do or teach what I teach. That's why it's always going to be number one. It's always going to be healing. It's what you're going to get from me. It's always going to be about healing. Healing, because you see, I just listed off a load of things. I just listed off the car, the money, the business, the friends. But you know the difference with me and people that are looking for or feel like they're a failure because they don't have, is that I don't feel like a failure, guys, with or without anything that I've just reeled off. That's just a nice added byproduct of my healing practices. With or without it, guess what? I'm still enough. With or without it, guess what? I still love myself. With or without it, guess what? I'm still whole and complete. See, when we are looking for things outside of us to fill us up, we're saying we're not enough. And it's that gap. It's that gap that you need to fill for yourself. And the only way to do that is through healing. So it doesn't mean that you can't have what you want, but it's how are you viewing it? How are you feeling without what it is that you desire? Do you feel empty? Do you feel like you're missing out? Do you have FOMO? You know, do you have a feeling of inadequacy because you don't have that thing? You don't have that loving relationship yet. You don't have that friendship group yet. You don't have the money yet, the business yet, the career yet, the body yet. Do you feel like you're a failure because you don't have that? Well, that is why you need to heal. That's why you need to heal. The feeling of knowing your worth and your value, with or without anything of that, is the F word. What's she going to say? What's she going to say? It's freedom. Knowing that whatever happens, you're good. Whatever happens, you're enough. You always will be. That's what healing does. It's the most incredible experience. It really is. You want a piece of that puzzle? You want a piece of that pie? Even? You want to know what that feeling of freedom feels like? Then check out my Be Love program, guys. Comes in a variety of different flavors now too. It's absolutely incredible. You know, it's short-term pain, digging out the crap and replacing it with some beautiful, beautiful stories about yourself, beautiful, empowering words about yourself. And all it takes is a bit of persistence, a bit of faith, a bit of consistency, and you will never, ever feel like you're a failure again. Because let me tell you something, I certainly don't. But I do remember feeling like a failure. I do remember thinking, oh, can't make a relationship work. Don't really have a lot of friends. Don't have this, don't have that. But the thing is, with or without any of that now, it doesn't matter because I'm enough. I will always be enough. And the freedom is also seen in a different way. It's detachment, the byproduct of healing. Detaching, you guys. It's incredible. The feeling of freedom is detaching from the need of anything or anyone. Doesn't mean you don't want, like I said, you can want things, but it's coming from a place of knowing that you are enough with or without. You will always be enough with or without, you guys. You always will be. I wonder how many people will comment on this video, because I want you to know, you guys, you're not a failure. You just think that you are because you don't have what other people have. But when you know your worth, when you know your value, when you know that you're enough, you will never, ever view yourself that way ever again. Healing isn't a sprint. You can break through in a sprint. You can break through that hurdle in a sprint in a matter of weeks. I see it with my clients all the time, those that do the work. And but it's a consistent endurance. It's an endurance piece of work that you would do on yourself. And the more you do, the easier it gets. It's like the more you train for a marathon, the easier it gets. Doesn't mean the actual marathon's easy, but it just means it gets easier. Your body gets used to the feeling of it. And that's all this is. This is a daily rituals of consistency. It's like training for a marathon. It's daily rituals of consistency of training. And all we're doing is doing that training for the mind consistently over a lifetime. You'll start to recognize what your body needs. Like, for example, I don't do inner child work every day. I don't do my forgiveness every day. Why? Because I've done the forgiveness. Any tiny little negative thought I might get in about somebody, I quickly loop it around, forgive, let go. The inner child work, I'll only ever go to if I feel like I'm actually being triggered about something, which is very rare. So occasionally I check in on them just to make sure, because I have two show up, a 3-year-old and a 12-year-old, and or 11 to 12-year-old. And so I check in on them, and that's absolutely fine. But they're fine. How do I know that they're fine? Because I'm fine. And I've done the digging, I've done the consistency of that work. So what I do now is I listen to my body. So some mornings I'll wake up and I really feel like I need to sit in a meditation. I really feel like that. And it's the most yummiest thing. And I listen to what my body needs. Sometimes I wake up and it's just straight into my gratitude. Sometimes I wake up and I just literally am naturally embracing the new day. It's just a wonderful feeling to wake up in. Do I wake up this way all the time? No. If I've, 99.9% of the time, it's always 99.9% of the time, when I'm due on my period, I don't feel 100%. My hormones are a little bit, I feel a little bit wobbly. If I'm overtired, if I've overworked, I get very overwhelmed. So I have to make sure I keep everything in balance. So everything for me is a balance, has to be a balance. So, when I'm out here, do I do a lot of partying? No. Do I do a little bit of partying? Absolutely. I do. I love it. I love dancing. You know, last night I was in bed at 8:30 at night because I was up at stupid o'clock in the morning doing a client recce trip. It was incredible, but I was up at like before 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was in bed at 8:30 last night. I had an incredible night's sleep. It was amazing. Tonight I'm going to be out a little bit later. That's okay. See, it's all in balance and all in moderation. Anyway, guys, for anybody who feels right now that they're a failure because they don't have exactly what it is they want, whether that's a loving relationship, whether that's the money, the job, the body, you're not. Focus on you, focus on healing, focus on what is important to you. And it should always be about how you feel. The more you heal within, the better you're going to feel, the more freer you're going to feel, the less attached you're going to be, the more detached you will be from the need of anything. And guess what? It's like you're letting go of the reins and you're allowing the universe to then bring what it is that you deserve, what you always deserved to you. So that's it for me today, guys. My first Become a Natalie Dance Born Authentically Me video since I think since I got Stormzy. That's well. What am I going to do today? The most difficult question for me now is for my day. What am I going to do today? I'm going to please myself. So take care, everybody. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you feel like somebody needs to hear this as well, please tell them I said personally, you're not a failure. Love yourself, heal your wounds, and you'll recognize that. Bye, you guys. Bye-bye.